Here we are. Am I smiling?
It's on delay.
Oh, all right. All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I feel like I remember the one time you told me the last time you watched a live video that we always start the first 30 seconds with, is it on? Is it working? Is it going?
Yeah, it sounds like the, what's the big YouTube thing? The conference call in real life. If anybody's seen that, that's hilarious. It's when, like, the guy is standing outside the conference room trying to get in. The guy's like, you got to use the right password. You got to use the right password. But
did you hear about the lady recently that went on Zoom live as a potato, and she didn't know how to get herself out of being a potato?
It was a professor. It was a professor in front of his class.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought it was like a boss or something. I can't imagine having to go live.
Oh, maybe it was a boss. I don't know. But yeah, I could. Yeah.
A manager or something that went live on Zoom with her employees, and it was a very serious conversation, and then she turned herself into a potato.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't figure out how to get it off.
Yeah. And then there was the other lady that went to the bathroom not knowing that her video stream was still live.
Yeah, so that's an oopsie moment.
Yeah.
So
hey everybody, happy Easter first and foremost. I hope you all had a wonderful day and you stayed safe and healthy and happy. Had a good time from a distance eating your dinner. So we picked Sunday night to go live because we figured everyone's gearing up and getting ready for the week. We don't know if we'll continue it on Sunday nights or not, but we do plan on making this a regular thing. So I am here with my husband and business partner now, Dan Ward, for those of you that don't know. So first things first, we want these to be short videos. We don't want to take up too much of your evening, but we do want some involvement from you guys. I mean, this is a new thing for everybody. It's new for us. So if you have any questions, type them in or comment on the Facebook live stream, whatever you need to do. Let us know what's going on. So I do have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yep.
All right. So very first question is, a lot of you who are watching this right now maybe have worked with me in the past. Many of you already know Dan or have met Dan or have heard of Dan, but a lot of you don't really know him that well. So my first question is, tell us about yourself. Tell the viewers about yourself.
Yeah, thanks. So I'll admit I'm a bit nervous doing this Facebook Live, but I think we've got a fun future ahead of us doing these for you guys. So I guess first topic of discussion, maybe before we even get into who I am, there's no goats left. I think most of you are going to be disappointed, but there are no more goats left.
That was going to be my question at the end.
So I stole your thunder.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so a little bit about myself. So first and foremost, I'm a husband and a father. Obviously, you guys know that we've been together for a while, and we have newborn on the way. Reese is going to be with us in about 2 months.
She's cooking and
probably joining us on these calls, believe it or not. I'm sure you guys will hear her in the background. And then you guys also know about Blake. Blake's 15 and a half. He should have been getting his temps on Friday. Unfortunately, with the BMV shut down, it's not going to happen. So it'll be a bit of a delay, which I quite honestly am probably a little bit relieved.
I was going to say, I'm okay with the delay. Blake's probably, I feel bad for him, but.
Yeah, I think the first road trip he went on with some friends a couple weeks ago was a bit of a life moment. It was like one of those milestones you hit where you're not really sure you're ready until it happens, and then
it wasn't really a road trip. It was just like his friends who have their licenses wanted to go get ice cream.
Exactly.
He was gone for like 45 minutes, but we were sitting there like sweating because we were so nervous about it.
Right. So who am I? So I'm I'm a father and a husband, and born and raised in the Cleveland area. Went to school in Broadview Heights years ago now. Started out as an engineering major in my college education life, and ended up graduating with an accounting degree out of University of Akron. I found out I like taking things apart more than I do like putting them back together, which is probably still holds true today.
I'd agree.
So yeah, I have an accounting degree. I spent almost about 20 years now in the corporate world, doing a couple different types of career, interests. I worked at a large specialty chemical company in Cleveland, the east side of Cleveland, for a number of years, for a little over a decade, and since then I've been focused on helping clients from a consulting perspective. So really do bring a consulting mindset to this role in what I provide to clients as a realtor. But if I think back to even when I was a kid, I mean my first job was, I got my first job when I was 15 and a half, and I was Blake's age, pretty much, and I was a busser at a local restaurant, and I think from that point on, oldest of 6 kids out of the family, and just always worked really hard for what we had. Our family, I was born and raised on hard work, and appreciating what you have around you. But also, I think, understanding what customer service is about, and I think that's what I really learned in, kind of those early, customer service jobs are. How do you provide really good customer service, and what does that mean to the client and the customer? And so I feel like, that's what's really kind of brought me to this career field.
Yeah, that's a good. So that was a lot about like your history and everything, where you went to school right here in Akron, growing up and all of that. But tell our viewers maybe just 1 or 2 personal things about you, CNN style, 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, maybe most of you guys know I kind of over-explain things. And
no.
I can be long-winded, and I apologize, but I think that's the accounting nature in me wanting to be fully descriptive. But I don't know. I guess what's funny and unique about me. I mean, we have a couple dogs. I'm allergic to pets. I'm allergic to animals, so that's.
But he loves them.
Like, that's our life. But I'm pretty avid, outdoorsman. I like to hunt and get outside. We've got a couple 4-wheelers that we like taking out, and camping on the weekends. It's really kind of been our focal point. It's our family time, and it's the time we get to, spend together. So, besides that, I've got like 18 million hobbies. I mean, you name it, I've probably done it or collected it or am doing it now. So
I'm just gonna tell you guys a couple of hobbies that I appreciate and love about him. Is like when he gets his mind put on something. In fact, one of our very first dates together, I happened to run into his best friend, Chris Ray, who I don't know if Chris Ray is watching right now. It's possible. But Chris Ray pulled me aside and as a new dating partner to him and said, there's only 2 things you need to know about Dan Ward. He's allergic to everything. And once he starts something, he doesn't stop.
True story.
So when he gets his mindset on something, and that's what I think you're really going to bring to the table for real estate. He's a YouTube connoisseur. He's a cigar connoisseur. He's a liquor connoisseur. I think that there's lots of different things that he's very passionate about.
I think you just kind of hit it on the head. It's whatever intrigues me. I kind of go full steam until I figure it all out. Right. And I think that's where we are today in this, in this adventure. And
that's how we got here.
Yeah.
That's how we got here. He saw what I was doing. He's like, oh, that looks like really interesting. Hey, maybe I can do it too. So my next question for you, moving on now that we know a little bit about you, is who came up with the Key Group and why?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it's been a combination of a couple different things. You had certainly had the background, with your email address, Nicole's Key, and sort of your approach to the clientele in the market was based off of the key, and it really is kind of it's a tagline.
Got my key tattoos. My key tattoos.
So it's been around us. It's been around with you since the beginning of when you started in real estate, and it's kind of made sense for us to combine, and as we're forming this team and this group is really a good identifier for us. So I would say more than that though too. I mean, we're the Key Group, but we're also EXP. I mean, we are hardcore EXP right now, and I think when you and I discovered EXP, Jackie Bowman, thank you. I mean, Dave Best and all the folks that we met early on, really opened our eyes to the opportunities that we have here, and tremendous opportunity. I mean, for anybody watching who's not EXP, I mean, give it a look. I mean, geez. I mean,
but we're not going to talk about EXP a whole lot tonight. I know you're excited about EXP because you just joined EXP, but we're not here to talk about EXP. But yeah, to kind of wrap up what he's saying, when we came up with the key group, it was something that was part of me when I was by myself. It took us months to really come up with a name and a logo and all this stuff. But, you know, I think we're feeling really solid about it, confident. And I like the transition from Nicole is key to the key group, because we're a husband and wife team.
We are. And
so
in a lot of ways, and as you guys will learn from us, you know, eventually here, is we're kind of opposites in a way.
Complete opposites.
We definitely fill in each other's voids and areas where, you know, you're great at something and, you know, not so great at other things like reading a tape measure. But,
great. Thanks for calling me. Wow.
And,
burn.
you know, I can fill in some of those areas. So I think it you know, the two of us combined together and how we can help clients really is going to be a much more rounded, you know, service capability, I think.
That was actually going to be my next question, so I'm glad we got into it. Is why are we on a team, and why not just conduct real estate separately, especially because we're opposites, and we're probably going to do this. We already have, but we're probably going to do this quite a bit. So why are we doing a team and not just conducting real estate separately? Yeah,
I think, you know, coming together on this and being able is just a much better way to help and service our clients. You know, for something that here's another tidbit. I'll try to use Nicole as much as possible, but I might slip in a Nick or Nikki or just
that's okay.
So you guys know. So anyway, I think you know, for a few things where you know, where I might be working through a challenge with a client, you know, one-on-one, or Nick might be working through a challenge, it might be a way for us to collaborate and find a more creative solution to a situation. And you know, two minds are always better than one, I think. And I think we've been great about, you know, just thinking through challenges and working our way through the puzzles and in a lot of different ways, and a lot more efficiently and a lot more effectively. And I think it's going to be a good way to work together and help our clients.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I would say that we are both, we definitely bring something different to the table each. And when people ask us, I usually say, you know, I'm left-brained and he's right-brained. And, you know, I see things from a very creative side and abstract almost, not necessarily as scientific and mathematical. And he's very spreadsheets and mathematics and scientific. And, you know, there's one answer to this question. Let's figure out what the one answer is. So I think that together, putting the two, the left and the right together in the peanut butter and jelly, that we're going to be able to service our clients 10 million times better than I could just do on my own, because now I have a partner who thinks from a completely different way. So if I'm running into a problem, and as you all know, if you've been through a real estate transaction with me, you know that it's never easy. There is never going to be an exact way to get through a transaction. It's very fluid. It just, it's always changing. So it's nice to have somebody to bounce some ideas off of, for sure. So hi everybody. I see we've got a lot of people watching. Christina, Ramon and Jennifer, happy Easter, you guys. Mark, hey mom. You're right. Dan's a very hard worker. So I have one last question for you. And before I ask this question, I'm going to prerequisite it with, we plan on doing these videos once a week, and we want to make it interesting. So it's going to be kind of a video blog for us as well, because like I said before, we do kind of butt heads a lot. We have a wonderful relationship. I think we have a very open relationship as far as honesty and communication open, but we butt heads quite a bit. So our prerequisite going forward into these videos is we're usually going to take a stance or a side on something and debate it or discuss it from two different points of view, left and right, peanut butter and jelly. You know, we'll see how it goes. So the last question I have for you, and before I end the video, I know I'm going to have something to say about it, is who's the boss in this relationship? Who wears the pants in this team?
Gosh, you're going to throw me under the bus with that question. That's a setup question right there. What I'm going to tell you is, you know, if you want this video to end at any point, that's probably a bad question to ask. But,
He's learning.
Who wears the pants? Who wears the pants? I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on who's listening to this video and watching this video right now, because if it, well, it's a good collaboration. It's a team effort.
He's trying
It's a
so
group
hard.
and you know, at the end of the day, we honestly, I think we come together 50-50 on most everything. You know, there are things that you have, you know, control of, without doubt, and I think there's other things that I, you know, kind of take the wheel on, and you know, I can take care of, and I've got this now. You know, finding things in the spice cabinet or like in the refrigerator, absolutely not my thing. But you know, yeah, there's usually things that you do better than I do.
It's probably not the answer you all want to hear. You definitely wanted to hear him say, "I definitely wear the pants in this business relationship." But I will tell you this. I will tell you that there are things that I'm really good at, and I'll put my foot down and I'll say we have to try it this way at least first, because I know this way and I know it works. But Dan's been with the Key Group now. We've been the Key Group now for 2 weeks, and there have been some huge changes to the way we're running our business. We've really implemented some really cool stuff. So we're excited to share that with everybody. And I would say from that perspective, he definitely takes the reins and wears the pants from the business side. And I'm kind of along for the ride because I'm learning some new stuff too. So, yeah. Oh, and hey, Joe, how's it going, Joe? He's not a very good dancer. That was a question we have from one of our viewers.
Oh, am I a good dancer?
Yeah, they want to know if you're a good dancer.
Yeah, no, I unless I've got quite a few, you know.
I have done it before. I've had him drink a few, and then I made him do like the Macarena and the Cupid Shuffle and stuff.
You'll find me in the corner somewhere. I'm not going to be on the dance floor. This is not my deal. Yeah, no, I think we've got some really fun and cool and interesting things happening, and you know, looking forward to sharing more of our time with you guys, and
that's exciting.
Know, it's an awesome industry. I mean, there's crazy stuff happening right now in the world, but I think, you know, everybody's learning how to live and love and find time for each other and appreciate what you have. And you know, this is just we'll get through this. I think the market's going to be fine. I think we're doing good. Yeah. You know, we're doing some good stuff. You know, so I'm looking forward to, you know, the future of the Key Group, and it's a pleasure to be a part of it. And yeah, hope to see you guys all out and about sometimes.
And if you know anybody, and of course we have to throw it out there, but if you know anybody that's thinking about selling their house soon, or maybe even buying a house, we are offering virtual consultations for everything. So they don't have to meet us in person, and they don't have to wait, because now's the prep time. For a month from now, when the market gets hot, it's prep time right now. So our information's everywhere. Reach out to either one of us. It was great chatting with you all tonight. I'm surprised at how many people logged in on a Sunday night, but thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, everybody. We'll see ya.